Got to make sure everything's just
extra legitimate.
yes. So, is it recording?
Yep.
Brilliant.
I wish you a good podcast, sir.
Good podcast.
Alright, my hearties, we're officially back in Pirate Studios. Welcome back. And we fucked the camera setup 5 seconds into the fucking podcast.
Oh my gosh, these metal things are terrible.
That's alright. You know what? You know, for once, Alex didn't blame his proclamities on me. Alright? Are you struggling? Please don't make me restart this for the third time.
Alright, here we go.
You
We're
good?
back, baby.
We're back with a clanger. And Alex approached me probably three weeks ago, something like that. And he was like, right, I decided the podcast topic last time, and you got to step up, and you got to set your own podcast topic this time, all right? And we went through a few iterations before landing on... Actually, no, to be fair, Alex, do you want to remind the viewers of some of the iterations of potential topics we went through before we arrived at our topic for today?
So initially, we were like, okay, let's do a serious one. We had the seriousness of just populism in the world, the rise of populism over the last 25 years. And we're very, very set on this idea of let's do a really serious podcast. But it got to last night, and I get a text from Ed saying, right, when are we doing this podcast? Because we can't do it on Sunday because we're going out in the evening and we're going to get drunk and we're going to get hungover, so it won't be very good to do it. And we're like, oh, let's do it Saturday. I was like, okay, well, neither of us have prepared very much, and we have to learn 25 years worth of populist history in one of the countries that we're going to choose. And we initially were like, okay, let's choose 3 different countries.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, so Ed goes, fine, let's do Canada, Mexico, and the USA. And I was like, hell no. No, let's do Slavic countries, Romania, Austria.
It would have been fun.
Italy. Well, that's not a Slavic country, but we were in the Europe, and then we slowly narrowed it down after 20 minutes of arguing over text.
That seems overly shortened. Yeah, we went back and forth over a couple of hours on this, honestly.
Yeah, it was a long time. Yeah,
it was a productive discussion.
Yeah, so we ended up settling on none of those.
No.
And
well, to be fair, there's a bit more context. We settled on Austria.
Yeah,
and then I did about an hour of research, and I'd called Alex back about an hour later, and I was like, Alex, I can't be asked. I genuinely can't be bothered to do this. Let's do something that everyone loves. If you don't love it, I probably don't love you, right? And we decided. What did we decide to do the podcast on today?
Well, it was a strong debate for and against, and it was barbecue.
Yes, barbecue. That well-known experience, the foods, the socializing. Everyone just loves it.
I think barbecue is more of a culture than it is a food type.
When we say barbecue, let's actually define it before we move forward. Because for me, I'm talking about barbecue. It's sunny outside. You got the barbecue device on. You're cracking beers. You're having a good time with your friends and family.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. But then also barbecue is just a type of food, like barbecue sauce, just barbecue anything.
Exclusively for this discussion, let's narrow down the scope, and we'll just say we're talking about barbecue in summer, having food, drinks with mates. Okay.
Right, let me just cross off a few things.
I've just seen you cross out half your list there.
Right. Okay. So I think we should start with a nice good old question. What makes a good barbecue?
I'm gonna flip that back to you immediately. What would you say makes a bad barbecue?
Right. Okay. So time of day.
Okay. Yeah.
I think anything before 1 p.m. not a good barbecue.
Okay. All right.
Far too early.
Because have you been to a barbecue before 1 o'clock before?
Yeah, once in uni.
Who's having a barbecue at the crack of dawn? Honestly.
I'll be honest with you. Camping.
Yeah.
You could argue having a barbecue at 7 o'clock in the morning would be quite fun.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the closest I've got to that is we had Scotch pancakes at 8 o'clock in the morning last time I was camping. Does that count? That's barbecue?
Wait, did you barbecue Scotch pancakes?
No, we cooked it on a pan over a gas heater. Technically, I don't think
That's-
that's a barbecue.
that's
Then.
no.
No. Okay.
No,
Right.
no.
Fine.
Should we define barbecues as like cooked on a barbecue device?
Okay. Fine. Let's go for that.
All right. So what makes a bad barbecue is this: if you don't have enough food,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have enough alcohol, and if the people there are not in the mood to have a good old barbecue.
Okay. Is there a maximum amount of people that you feel like can be there for you to enjoy having a barbecue?
Yeah, I would say so. I think if you have more than 20,
Mm-hmm.
then that's too many people. Because at that point, you don't really enjoy the food. You're just there for a party.
Yeah, okay. What about a minimum amount of people? Do you think you could have a nice barbecue by yourself, just in the summer, kicking back, having a couple beers, roast some sausages, have a barbecue by yourself?
Almost certainly. Yeah. Well, if you think about it, like, why wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
If you've got nothing else to do, or your friends are busy, they might be on holiday or whatever. You're like, let me just sit in the garden in one of those like white plastic garden chairs that just like give you the worst static shocks,
Oh yeah,
of
100%.
history.
Yeah.
and you just sit back, relax, and have a beer with a burger.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, man!
Actually, let me pick your brain slightly. Would you ever cook steak on a barbie?
Oh, you're getting ahead of yourself here.
Is that one of your questions?
No. It's related to something, but like
Okay.
I would, because like that seems like a decent idea. I've got a photo I'll show you later on of
Okay.
my brother cooking this massive tomahawk steak.
Okay. T-bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not a T-bone. It's
Tomahawk.
the
Yeah,
tomahawk, but
tomahawk.
it's got the tomahawk sort of style plus the extra New York strip on the side. I think it's New York strip.
I don't know my steaks.
Well, it's approximately the size of a big old dinner plate.
That's the size of a
And it
small
was-
Latvian village, right?
Gosh, damn, yeah. It is. And it's about 2 inches thick. And honestly, we had
It's
to
the steak.
yeah.
Okay.
We had to cook it in the oven, heat it up, and then sear it on the barbecue because
Yeah.
it was just gonna like cook to smithereens.
Oh, was
it'll
it?
be as charred as the Michelin Man after doing a burnout.
I can't actually picture that. So I was there was a sort of a leading question because I was like, are there any cuts of meat you feel like too high grade to put onto a barbecue? You'd have to cook them in a specialized way. Because if you're talking about like wagyu beef.
I mean, come on now, like we're getting a bit off the question here, but yeah, I think with the barbecue devices available now, I think you can pretty much cook anything on a barbecue.
Why? What could you barbecue that you couldn't put in an air fryer?
Why are those two things even comparable? It's like saying, let me just say, what's better, like a microwave steak or a barbecue steak?
You could cook a steak in the microwave and it could be bloody tasty.
No, it wouldn't be bloody tasty.
It would be. I'll tell you what. Next time you come to mine for come dine with me, I'm making you microwave steak because it is.
Well, can you make microwave potatoes as well that are more cooked?
Okay, you know what? That's too soon. Okay, last time I did come dine with me, right? Just for everyone to know, I tried to cook chips in 15, 20 minutes. According to a recipe, that was fine. I wasn't.
Let me add, from fresh, it was freshly chopped
I
potatoes.
wasn't
15
aware.
minutes.
I wasn't aware you had to boil the potatoes because it didn't say that on the recipe, and I've never made homemade chips before. And also, previously, when I've made homemade chips, I'd literally just slice them into thin, sort of like circular shapes, put some olive oil, salt, pepper, in the oven. You bake them, you flip them, and they'd be fine. So I didn't understand why it'd be any different. That I'd have to suddenly, when I cut them into like chip shapes, traditional chip shapes, they didn't cook.
They were quite large chips. Like they weren't your classic sort of McDonald's French fry. These were like McCain's
Wedges.
oven chips. They were big and they were fat.
They were thick. They were juicy. I'll tell you
They
what.
definitely needed more than 15 minutes in the cook. They were crunchy.
They were crunchy. They were
They were
hard.
crunchy.
I think I heard someone describe them as half baked. Anyway, so your original question was, what makes the perfect barbecue?
Or what makes a good barbecue? Like, perfect barbecue is just like all your favorite people, all your favorite food, all your favorite drinks, and the perfect day.
It's got to be hot. I personally like. I wouldn't say a barbecue would be 10 out of 10 if it was anything less than hot weather. I feel like for me, barbecue, you need like a very fruity cider or a lager, and those only really come out during nice hot weather.
Oh, I'm not a fruity cider man. That's not for me.
No. I hate apple cider, but I like. Oh my god.
No, okay. So, fruity cider is one of the things I probably wouldn't say should be at barbecue. I don't think.
What do you mean? But would you have a fruity cider over summer?
No, I'm not a fan of fruity.
Have you ever had a Copperberg in your life?
I have, and it literally tasted like I was drinking a soft drink with a hint of alcohol, and I didn't like it in any way.
It's
like,
nice.
Why would you have?
It's refreshing.
Why would you have a strawberry Copperberg instead of like a different drink? Like there's so many more things you can have.
I think it's refreshing.
Okay, so
right, let's move on.
Let's start off with like what's the best location for a barbecue?
Garden.
I think park.
Garden. You want to limit your total number of social interactions on the day.
What?
Yeah. So if you're in the park, you might have unexpected social interactions. I can only psych myself up for a limited number of social interactions on any given environment or any given day. So, if I was in the park, I'd have to be like, consider interacting with people in a wider vicinity, rather than if I'm in my house or someone else's house. I know it's a defined location. No one else is potentially going to come in or go out.
Okay, so let's think about this. A park, you just sit in there with your friends in the space drinking beers instead of being in a small, crowded, sometimes sort of like unkempt garden.
Well, I don't know about the gardens you're going to.
Well, have you ever been to uni?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you understand entirely.
Those sorts of gardens. Yeah. Okay,
so
in this modern world, then yes, fine. If I was still at uni, then I probably wouldn't enjoy it as much.
No, but if you go to the park, those are like maintained. You got loads of space, got loads of time, and if it's hot, man, you're just there in total bliss.
Let me ask you, how are you cooking a barbecue in the park?
Is that a trick question?
It's a leading question.
Well, obviously it would be one of those portable barbecue ones.
And is that legal?
Yeah, it is legal.
No, it's not.
It's not legal to have a barbecue in the park.
It's not legal. No, it's illegal.
What? And what? Explain.
Well, you're not allowed to have an unauthorized fire.
It's not an unauthorized fire.
Yeah, you need to have the landowner's permission to do that sort of thing.
You're allowed to have barbecues in the park as long as you take it with you.
No. You're talking about those disposable barbecue kits. You're not allowed to use them. They're also really bad for the environment. So, if you have disposable barbecues, you're saying, I hate polar bears.
What, do you know any polar bears?
That seems like a loaded question, Alex. I don't. I'm not at liberty to discuss my relationships with the alpacas right now. So,
So how would you know then? Did a polar bear personally tell you that he doesn't like, disposable barbecues are, hurting him?
Look, okay, like I said, I'm not at liberty to discuss my relationship with the Northerners.
All right, I'm going to ask you one more question. It's like, did you do it?
You can't take me down. You can't. you can't prove it was me. Okay.
My client is going to answer no comment to that question.
I'm gonna plead the fifth. But okay, I'm gonna move on.
American here, come on.
We've got a whole list of questions that I need to ask you. You need to ask me. Right. First question from me is, how much is too much?
Well, it depends on what type of barbecue you're going to. Like, if you're going to your Polish friend's barbecue and their family loves to feed you, well then, you can't have too much. You can only have as much as you can take home.
Do you eat until you don't feel hungry, or do you eat? Because sometimes I just see myself eating for the sake of eating, even though I'm not hungry. I'm just like, this food is very nice.
I very much just eat as much as I can. I'm there for the food. I like the taste.
You like the taste of food?
Of barbecue food.
The bar's on the floor, isn't it? The bar is literally on the floor. I like the taste of the food, so I'm going to eat it.
No, the taste of the Polish barbecue food that I've had is just been phenomenal.
Polish barbecue. How does Polish barbecue differentiate to traditional English barbecue? So
obviously you got all your regular barbecue meats, steaks, chickens, pork sometimes, but then you also have the side dishes. Like the salads with the olives and the dill.
The what?
Olives.
What was the dill?
The dill, yeah.
What's the dill?
Right. Do you which box do you want to open on, dill or no dill?
Oh, you should use some of those like sound effects. You know, like the explosion sound effect. Do you still have that?
Oh.
No way. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. That's so good. That's so good. We're now like a fully fledged podcast.
Right. Okay. So let's start off with a real question here.
No. I'm not finished.
Dill is a type of herb.
Dill or no dill? Bang. Bang. Hit the thing. Hit the button. Ah!
Oh, okay. So I think. Can you just repeat the question? Because I totally got sidetracked with all this.
Yeah, it was
explosion talk.
It was socialism at the barbecue, right?
Oh, it's our barbecue. Yeah.
No. Socialism at the barbecue. I actually wrote this question down, so let me just say it verbatim. Socialism at the barbecue. 10 lessons from Mao's little red book that can spice up your next barbecue.
What barbecue have you gone to?
Our barbecue. What role?
Do you reckon this is what you would get if you invited the Politburo to a barbecue?
Yeah, 100%. It's like, yeah, you may be making a barbecue, but the state is claiming it.
It's like,
amen.
Where did you get this unauthorized meat from?
Yeah, your mum, and then you just run off into the sunset
With your little red book.
Did you think any sort of how collective should the labour be at a barbecue?
Okay, I think very much so. There should be one barbecue man or woman,
or
just one
barbecue them.
Yes, yeah, barbecue person.
There you go. That's it. Yeah, we're an inclusive podcast.
There should be one barbecue person, and really, like everything else should be brought already. So side dishes need to be brought. Drinks need to be pre-prepared.
By whom?
By the people who are bringing them. It's a communal thing. Like a barbecue shouldn't be one person provides all the food. It should be people bring food to share. It's like the potluck of, Western cultures.
Yeah, but so how much food is the host expected to bring to the barbecue?
Okay, so the host needs to provide some drinks.
Yep.
At least 2 or 3 sides.
Yep.
And 2 to 3 mains. Everything else, obviously, you've got dietary requirements and all that stuff, but everything else should be brought by other people. Depending on how many people you have, say if you have 20 people, people should be bringing, stacks of burgers, some pork chops, some chicken.
Yeah, what's your go-to if you're invited to a barbecue? What's?
Oh, chicken wings.
Oh, mate.
I once brought 2 kilos of chicken wings.
Chicken wind.
Chicken wings. So I brought 2 kilos of chicken wings, and honestly, within 10 minutes, they were gone.
Yeah, to be fair, they're easy to cook, right?
No, they take a long time. How do you?
I don't eat chicken wings, so I don't know.
You don't eat?
Well, I do. It's just they wouldn't be my preferred thing.
Okay, so what type of chicken wings do you eat?
Hang on. I'm just wrestling with this mic stand right now. What type of chicken wings do I eat? Is it assuming that chicken wings are the only thing on the menu?
Well, no, I'm asking you a specific question about chicken wings.
Yeah.
What type of chicken wings do you eat? Like, do you have the ones in sauce, or do you have?
Oh, I don't like wet food.
Do you have? What about the just regular like drumsticks on your barbecue?
No, I won't eat that because also like the majority of it is just not good quality chicken as well.
Well, no. So I made chicken wings which were sort of like they took more than a day to prepare.
Go on. How were you just making one wing every hour or something?
No. What I had to do was I had to dry them all out.
Yeah.
Put like salt and baking powder.
You had wet wings when you started.
Well, they were moist.
Oh. Tell me more.
You have to dry them all out.
Yeah.
Then you have to put them in the oven to not oven. You have to sort of put baking powder on the skin and everywhere just to dry the skin out. So when you come to cooking them, you can get crispy skins.
And
then you put it in the fridge uncovered for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Or the night before. That's just enough.
Okay. Yep.
And then when you go to cook them in the oven, you then cook them at a really low temperature, and then a really high temperature.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
And then by the time you bring them out, lovely and crispy. Add a little MSG, salt.
MSG on chicken.
MSG is like the thing that makes everything meaty.
To be fair, MSG is literally like Can we say crack? It's like a
What?
it's like a crack seasoning.
Let's think about this. MSG is just umami.
What's umami?
Umami is just like the perfect sort of in between sweet, sour, savory, just all of the above.
Oh, yeah, it feels like umami is something I just usually just whisper under my breath when I'm on the beach on holiday, right?
No, I think that's just you and alcohol and mixes. You know, just
Yeah,
all
it's
the
just-
alcohol and there's like a whisper of mix.
No, come on, mate. You've never been on holiday on the beach and you're like umami. Yo, hit one of those things randomly. Oh shit. Next question.
So umami. The idea of MSG is it creates something that is umami. But really what it does is it just makes meaty flavors meatier.
It makes it a bit more beefy as well, right?
Wait,
Bang.
wait, hang on. Is that
How about a magic trick?
that was the wrong one. Wait, there is definitely one.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Right, okay.
Right,
What
yeah,
does,
Alex, you're not banned from the buttons, right?
right, okay. So you just said I said
Umami.
makes meat taste meatier, and you said, oh, it tastes beefier. I was like,
Oh, that's the same thing, right?
yes.
In other news, water is wet. But
Okay, so,
in other news outside of that, water isn't wet.
right, let's not get
Let's
sidetracked.
circle back.
So obviously, once you have made your chicken wings, you then either choose your sauce. You know, you can have barbecue, you can have them plain. You have like your Frank's hot sauce with butter. That's pretty much what buffalo wings are.
Mm-hmm.
And then, or you can go the sort of like Asian route and have like sticky sauce, like sticky barbecue sauce for your
Sesame.
chicken wings.
Sesame's on the
Mhm,
chicken wings. Come on.
So, what is your go-to food then
I got to tell you, what's my go-to food in general
in the
That's-
barbecue?
in the barbecue?
What you're bringing to the barbecue?
I'm bringing, because it's always an easy option that's overlooked. I'm that guy that brings halloumi. I love halloumi at the barbecue, honestly. But you know what? I'm very specific with my halloumi.
How many blocks of halloumi are you going to bring?
Depending on how many people are coming, I usually just go for 2 blocks.
Ooh,
'Cause-
it's kind of tight actually. 2 blocks
2 blocks.
approximately feeds like 4 people.
Yeah, it's not a very popular cheese. But I tell you what, first couple times I had halloumi, I was like, oh, this stuff is unbelievable. But it's got to be cooked crispy, but not burnt. You do not want undercooked halloumi, okay? It's got to be slightly charred, like orangey black, but not fully black. Okay? It's got to have a bit of bite to it. And it's, oh, mate, I just love halloumi. Yo,
Right. Okay. So I think halloumi is one of those.
shout out to all the halloumi fans, by the way, who support the podcast.
Halloumi is one of those things that if you barbecues don't really do it justice. It's just sort of like heats them up and burns it. But it's a nice meat, cheese.
If you have it in meze, it's good in a meze. You know what a meze is?
Yeah, I do know what meze is, but I can't really see it being good in a meze. But
No. What's it called? Halloumi is traditional in a Greek meze.
right, okay, we'll move on.
All right. Anyway, question number 4 for you, Alex. Right, you ready?
Is this an interview now?
Are you ready for this? You ready for this? This is another verbatim question. Damn, who cut this grass? The social impact of hay fever on barbecue sessions. Sorry, it's quite funny. Damn, who cut this grass? The social impact of hay fever on barbecue sessions. Making the case for mandating hay fever sufferers to stay home.
Right, okay. I don't get hay fever, so this doesn't bother me in any way.
Yeah, amen to that. Honestly, to be fair, I get hay fever. And you ever tried to? If you ever tried to ban me from your barbecue because I've got hay fever, I'd actually go to war with you.
I think it'll be a you problem, and if you want to come to my barbecue, which will be held in a hayfield, right,
No,
right after harvest. So
I'm gonna tell you, right? If you don't invite me to your barbecue because I have hay fever, that's enough to trigger my first strike policy. And
your first strike policy.
yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, well, you know, like countries in international relations, if they feel like they're threatened, it's their policy to strike first.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to poison all your food.
Do you know what I would do if I wasn't invited to your barbecue for not having hay fever?
What?
I'd get one of those mortars and I'd fill it with like water balloons, and I'd just like. Dunk,
You'd mortar strike.
Wait,
You'd mortar
wait,
strike
wait,
my
wait.
barbecue.
I'd be like, dunk.
Why don't I get any buttons? Okay, why? You see, Lola, you see this guy? He's over here, all smug, because he has control of all of the buttons, and I'm over here with jack shit to play with. All right.
I'm gonna put an honorable. Oh my gosh, honorable mention in here.
I'm gonna put an honorable mention. Yeah.
How to use a tripod effectively is probably the first thing you would do if you want to be a tech man.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So,
here we go. You're not going to show me up, are you?
Gosh, no. We are using all our tripods at the moment.
Well, to be fair, I came up with a good idea for a creative camera angle before we started recording, and it was because it was at the time I didn't realize your tripod had a neck that could be extendable. And
Oh my! Wait, hang about.
yeah. No, I was.
You know the legs extend as well.
You're kidding. The legs extend as well.
Right. Okay. So the legs extend.
You're messing.
No, 100% serious. The legs extend on the tripod, and it also has that 2-foot neck section, which extends it even further. So really, you can get that thing to like 7 foot tall.
God damn. Okay. Well, Alex, we know now for next time. Next time we're at our studios. All right. We're having a little giggle talking about the barbecue, halloumi. By the way, I did put down halloumi as one of my questions. It was actually question 2. It's just halloumi or halloum not. That's all I wrote down.
All right. Okay. So, do you, what would your side dish be that you brought to the barbecue?
This relates to one of the questions I actually had, and I want to get your thoughts on it. My favorite side.
Answer the question first, like, because I would bring chicken wings as a side dish. What would you?
Chicken wings does not. I think anything that's meat, I wouldn't consider a side dish because I feel like every piece of meat is going to be someone's main dish at the barbecue. That's quite a profound statement. Let me get a.
All right, let's not overuse this thing.
Hang on, wait. Every meat dish available is someone's main dish. Okay.
Right. No. Wait.
So I'm caveating it. I only consider things side dishes if they're not meat related.
Okay. Well then, what is it then?
Okay, mine is potato salad. Honestly, a good potato salad, I will literally sit and I will like wolf it down. It's so good.
Well, okay. So, do you make your potato salad or do you buy it?
My brother makes it. Yeah.
So you don't make it.
I never said that, but you can infer it.
Right. Okay. So, with potato salad,
I ain't no good at making up the food.
It's pretty much just like potatoes and mayonnaise.
And chives.
Yeah. You're gonna chive in here. Nice.
No. I was just expecting that. There's no cricket sound, is there? You should just put like the Joker and here.
Right, okay. I wish I'd found that earlier. That would have been.
So my favorite side dish. Anything that's not meaty. So my favorite side dishes are potato salad and Pimm's.
I wouldn't say a drink is a side dish.
Yeah, I know, but it's just Pimm's. It's just good. And also the cheese board. Do you have a cheese board at a barbecue?
Ooh, no.
Okay, halloumi then as well.
What sort of function would a cheese board have? Like you would have a cheese board after a nice fancy meal. You bring your friends over. You have a lovely meal, and instead of something incredibly sweet, a nice cheese board, some crackers, some biscuits.
I disagree. I vehemently disagree. I don't think there's any situation with food. Wait, hang on. I don't think there's any situation where food is involved that can't be improved by a cheese board, unless you're already at a cheese tasting.
No, barbecue food doesn't really go with lots of sharp cheddars and.
I'm not saying you eat it at the same time.
And why would you have all of that stuff at a barbecue. That's the sort of stuff you would have with like a nice French meal, or a meal which is more akin to finer dining where sharp flavored cheese would make much sense. But
you said you've never had cheese in the evening after a meal. That
After-
wasn't fine dining.
after a barbecue.
No.
We're talking about barbecues here.
Okay.
And I wouldn't have one anywhere near a barbecue.
Right, I'm saying if you had your barbecue, you had a couple of beers, and then you wait 90 minutes, and then you bring out grapes, fruit, and cheese and crackers. You saying you wouldn't take some cheese? Because I'm telling you, anytime cheese comes out on a board, I sort of lose all composure. I'm taking the cheese off the board. You see me, my front 2 teeth will start growing out of my mouth. Okay, I'll be ravenous for the cheese.
Right. Okay. So why?
Do you not like cheese?
I love cheese, but then again, I would only have it after a meal with friends. And usually, if you're having a meal with friends, which you're trying to impress them. You're trying to make the best meal you've made. And you're just trying to make it the most delicious thing you've made, so everyone enjoys it. And not everyone goes to a dinner party expecting to have dessert that's like blown away, because it's a lot of effort to make a main, a dessert, drinks, make the ambience right, and just being able to host it and be present. So if you do like 2 of those things,
I don't come to a dinner party with the expectation, if there's no cheese board, this is going to be a terrible meal. I'm saying every time a cheese board comes out, at least 60% of the people are going to end up tucking into it.
Yeah, I think a cheese board is a good idea, but
At a barbecue,
yeah, definitely not.
Not at the same time the meat's out. After everything's settled.
Okay, so as a child, someone brought out blocks of cheese and pineapples.
Yeah.
And grapes. That shit was going straight away. But as an adult, I want all of the other things. The things which are like more complex in flavor.
Like what? What's more complex in flavor than cheese?
Literally a potato salad.
No.
Salsa.
No.
Guacamole.
You're out of line. I genuinely think you're out of line. That's crazy. You're saying cheese is a non-complex flavor.
No. So at a barbecue, there is so many other foods that would like trump cheese that I don't think cheese should be
Trump
brought
cheese.
up.
Don't give him any ideas.
Mate, the Red Leicester is really, really trying it.
Imagine Trump. Trump. He emailed me the other day.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "Oh yeah, I want you to be one of my like platinum Trump club members." And he was like, because I signed up to the Republican mailing list about 4 years ago, just to see how many emails they'd sent to me, and it's like, dear, it's Eddie, yeah, that's my name on the account. It's like, dear Eddie, yeah. I was looking at my records and your name wasn't there. I'm extremely disappointed. You've not signed up to be a Trump platinum member. And I'm like, Donny T is emailing me.
Donny T.
He says you have to donate $47.
It's quite reasonable actually. I thought it was going to be like $4,000.
Yeah, not
platinum
to be a platinum member. I mean that's ridiculous, right?
Well, let's go back to this like side dish debate.
No. Sorry, I'm not letting you escape from this whole cheese debate.
This is the same thing. Like
you're saying cheese is not a complex flavor.
Yeah, well, at a barbecue, what cheeses are going to go with a barbecue?
No. I'm saying you eat your barbecue, the dust settles after an hour and a half. You have your Tia Maria, you have maybe some brandy, you're winding down, and then you have some grapes and you have some cheese, and then you'd be living.
Wait, so what? You do that at a barbecue?
Cheese preps you for bed. Honestly, that's what I've always found.
I don't think I've ever gone to bed after a barbecue. Like,
wait, what you?
Like barbecues tend to lead to just drinking heavy and then going out or just doing something else. Or
sorry, you go on a night out after a barbecue.
That is like it's like pinnacle of day drinking.
That's criminal. Sorry, every time I've had a barbecue, it's just you've just been like drinking into the night and you're just messing about. I'm not.
If you're not, oh my gosh! Honestly, I think I did it once and we ended up drinking for like 12 to 14 hours. It was rough.
I can't do that. And also, as a podcast, we don't condone day drinking. Okay, when the fun stops, stop. Amen. Right. Let's move on. Actually, no. Wait. What were you saying?
I was talking about like side dishes. Like you have loads of things that you can have at a barbecue that would go well with it. Like just a nice feta salad that would be quite nice to.
Oh, I do like. Have you ever tried? Excuse you.
Yes, excuse me.
Have you tried feta and rhubarb?
I have not. That sounds quite nice.
No, what's that? It's feta and beetroot.
Oh, I do. I love that because there's this place where I go next to where I work, and they have this salad bar.
Yeah.
And I asked them, it's like, oh, so who makes all the salad? And they're like, we have a salad guy. This is totally legit. I was like, oh, so what is this? They're like, I don't know. The salad guy prepares it. He just comes every day and prepares the stuff, but he makes like the best sort of like roasted potatoes with like oil, like chili oil.
By
tomatoes.
roasted potatoes, do you mean roast potatoes?
No. Like a potato salad.
Yeah.
Except they've chopped the potatoes in half. They've like fried them off and
Okay.
roasted them,
Yeah.
and then let them cool down and put them into a salad.
Yeah.
It is the most delicious thing I've ever had in my life.
Oh, really? You have to come to go check it out then. How much does that set you back then?
So they're quite good with it. It's £8,
Yeah.
£7.90 even, and the bowl is just a regular. I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. It's just a regular small,
A regular bowl.
yeah, like your house bowl, like an IKEA bowl.
Okay. And how much do you think it would cost them to produce that? Just based on raw
like
ingredients.
£4 maybe.
Wait, wasn't it a potato?
Oh no, wait, no, I didn't explain all of the rest of the salad.
Yep.
They have like 12 other options, and
Yeah,
usually
yeah,
you get like vine rolls. That's a really nice one. You just get-
what's the cost of raw ingredients?
well, based on the fact that this guy is a salad guy,
Yeah.
I think he prepares them in quite large quantities and supplies a lot of other salad shops.
Okay. So it's probably pennies then.
Well, it won't be pennies. It'll probably be like 50% markup.
You're messing. How much do you think it costs to make a salad? It doesn't cost anything.
To make 12 different salads.
No. That's not what I said. I'm saying like the raw ingredient cost of your salad bowl individually.
Oh, it would be a lot because there's like 25 different ingredients in it.
Like what? Okay, let's do
The
this.
thing is, I don't know what all the ingredients are. I've tried to ask, and they
So-
haven't told me.
It's salad.
But it's basically, it starts off with just like vegetables. So like your cauliflower, your carrots, your sweet potatoes, your
Yeah.
broccolis. And then
Yeah.
it goes on to like vine rolls.
What's that? I don't
Vine
know.
rolls are just like you bit of like pickled onion, a bit of like maybe like sun-dried tomatoes with rice wrapped
Yeah.
in vine leaves,
Okay.
and then doused in oil.
It does sound really good, to be fair.
You then have the potatoes.
Oh, we're still going.
Oh no, there's so much.
This is so much more than a salad bowl.
This is a salad meal.
This isn't. No, it's just a salad experience, actually.
Yeah, so I can't remember half of them, but like they just chop up loads and loads of vegetables and just make so many sort of like Moroccan, like North African style dishes that it just tastes phenomenal. And then they also have like feta beetroot and they
Wow.
like salad with like dill and all that stuff. I'm just like,
What's the big deal?
it's a big deal, honestly.
How did you come across this salad place then?
Well, where I work, there's just a ton of places to go up, and we just went basically because we have so much extra time in the lunch times. We're just like, let's just go to every single one. We've pretty much done that now.
You've done every sort of restaurant on your high street then.
Everything that's available to take away as a lunch option.
Is there a Tesco there?
Mm-hmm.
Have you had a Tesco meal deal yet?
I am the king of Tesco's meal deals.
You know what? In broad strokes, just tell me. You got to. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll go first. Right. You don't even know what question I'm asking.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah. So, sandwich. The triple, right? Yeah, let me get this like piece to camera. Right. The triple. I don't even know what it's called. The breakfast triple, where it's like sausage, bacon, egg, ketchup. Triple. Yes. Right. Then for a drink, depending on what day it is, right? Sometimes I get a Red Bull. Sometimes I get one of those like coffee lid things, or sometimes I get Mountain Dew. Like Mountain Dew's like my favourite fizzy drink right now. Are we good?
No, it's just turned off.
It's okay. We still got the wide shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for a snack, I either get one of the grenade bars.
They are actually so good.
They're so it's you know I'm on a bit of a health kick right now. Or I'll get the big hula hoops. You know, you get the like the barbecue or the salt and vinegar flavor ones. Very nice. What do you think of that?
I think that's interesting, to be honest. Not Not what I would go for. I've tried a lot of the sandwiches and the other options, and personally, I don't go for the same thing twice. More than
Yeah,
than 14 times.
Every time I get a meal deal, I get the same sandwich.
Like there's so many other sandwiches you can get, like the Southern Fried Chicken wrap. That's a good one, or the hoisin duck wrap. That's
Yeah, but for me, you got to beat the meal deal.
the Caesar salad wrap.
Does it fill you up?
Oh, mate, there's like 1,000 calories in those things.
Yeah, but calories isn't what fills you up, though. It's
Well,
volume of food.
Yeah, it does fill you up because then you go for the crisps, and that also fills you
I
up.
don't fill up on. Do I want to fill up on crisps?
It's one packet of crisps, like
Sorry, go on.
Right. Okay. So I would
I just
say
realised I had free will, so
my favorite sandwich at the moment is this like chorizo with like one slice of cheese. It's like chorizo chicken with a slice of cheese in it, and oh my gosh, it's so nice.
sounds pretty basic, actually.
It is really. It's a double sandwich, not a triple,
Okay.
but it's phenomenal. And then you go for sensations,
Yeah.
the
okay. Fine.
chili sensations,
Yeah. I mean, can't go wrong.
and then I go for a Coke. I don't touch Red Bull because it's too much caffeine.
There's what you did full fat Coke.
No, Coke Zero.
Coke is that the one with like all the like artificial sugars?
Well, pretty much everything has artificial sugars as well. Like
No,
those
not fruit.
those grenade bars.
Yeah,
They have 1.8 grams of sugar.
that's
They have 18 grams of fake sugar. I can't remember what it's called. It's called a sugar. It's a sugar alcohol.
is
I look-
it sucralose?
No, I don't think it's sucralose. It's something else. But it's it's like sugar alcohol that if you eat too much of, it's bad for you.
Well, if you eat too much of it, oh no, it's such
So-
a bad argument. Actually, sorry.
It's just like instead of sugar, they give you a slightly worse type of sugar, which doesn't really digest very well. So that's why it's better. It's quite better for you.
Yeah, it's because we don't know sort of the long-term effects of these sugar alternatives. So
Well, yeah. So it's like the idea that you put sweetness in things is just insoluble sugar, and it tastes sweet. It tricks the brain into saying we have sugar in our bodies.
yeah.
We can now we can give dopamine or some shit like that. But
Oh, I love dopamine. Yeah, it gives me such a rush.
it's my favorite option in the meal.
Back.
Oh, which one is it?
I've finally got a legit one. Right. Do you want to move on?
Yeah, go on.
Do you want to move on? Something. Right. We're just in a little bit of a technical pause phase.
I think this should be fine.
No, someone cut that shit out. Someone cut.
Should be alright.
Right. We good? We good?
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, welcome back. And my next question is, dude, why is there relish in your hot dog? What are things which make you cringe at a barbecue?
The wrong type of music.
Would that actually make you cringe? What, and second part, what's the actual ideal music to be listening to
Well, okay,
at a
so
barbecue?
the ideal music to be listening to is music that you just don't realize is on. Something to fill the noise.
So you want NPC music?
Yeah, well, so like, it's sort of like just a whole genre of music of just like chill rap, like lo-fi, just sort of something with a beat which you can kind of like nod along to, but
Like-
really you're not like you don't know all the words to it because you don't need to know all the words to it.
Yeah. That sounds like Loyal Kana. You know Loyal Kana?
Yeah. So stuff like him is a good barbecue playlist.
He thinks he's him. He thinks he's him. You're not him.
You're not that guy, pal.
Yeah, Loyal Kana. Yeah, like just like lo-fi, nothing too loud, nothing too expletive, as well. You alright? You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Are you like? I can't do it anymore, pal. I'm
Right,
2
right.
episodes deep and I can't do it anymore.
Listen here, pal.
Go on.
What makes me cringe at a barbecue is people not respecting the barbecue.
What does that mean? What does that even look like?
Okay, so have you ever sort of like implied a theme to your barbecue?
What? Sorry, excuse me. Hang on.
This-
Who is applying a theme to a barbecue. You turn up, you eat meat, you drink beer, you drink wine, then you have some cheese. Yes, you do. You do have some cheese.
Okay.
In what part? Oh yeah, we're gonna have an 80s themed barbecue.
I did one in uni. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
Except for the 4 people that decided, oh no, this is not a serious event. I'm not going to come in the theme. The theme was suits.
When you say suits, you mean the legal drama,
No,
or
no,
just
I literally mean just wear a suit.
okay?
Every single person, bar 4 people, who happened to live in the same house,
Yeah,
didn't show up in a suit, and I had 25 people there.
you had 25 people there and 4 people in suits.
4 people without suits.
Oh, that's fine then. As long as
No, but the thing is, like, they were like, "Oh, we're not going to come in a suit. No one's going to come in a suit. Like, this is a joke."
you should say just don't come if you're not coming in. If you're not
No,
coming in
what
a suit.
happened was they just looked like absolute idiots. They were just like, oh, we're all chilling in suits, and they're just chilling in like regular clothes. It's like, well, did you not get the memo? Like, this clearly was a suit party.
Sounds kind of elitist. Maybe they couldn't afford a suit. Did you think about that?
They all had suits.
No, you only think about yourself.
We need to get a soundboard. I think that'd be quite funny.
That would actually be. I'll just have one button that you'd allow me to have, and it'd just be the.
They'd be like, doon, doon, doon.
What was that meant to mean?
It's just the buzzer sound, which
Uh,
Charlie Sloth,
Oh yeah,
the classic Charlie Sloth is like.
Oh, it's the gunfire. It's gunfire. Mine's just gonna be someone saying ratata, ratata.
All right, we should make one for the later episodes when we're out and about. We just go. Dun.
Or just a remote controlled one. We could just have like a just
It'll just be on your phone. I'll explain it later.
just have a custom NPC that we take with us to all recording sessions.
What, cameraman?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So what foods can't you put on a barbecue? This is something I've been thinking about because the barbecue is like the outdoor cooking environment. So what foods would you not want to put on a barbecue? Not to create as a barbecue food, but like, what do you think is inappropriate to cook on a barbecue? I've got a couple ones on here.
Can you give me a clue?
A roast chicken,
Okay.
like a whole chicken.
So I would say a good quality steak.
No. What are your thoughts about cooking a roast chicken on a barbecue?
Yeah, you could do it. I've never attempted it before. But to be fair, I haven't ever attempted much cooking. So
Yeah. No. I think we've understood that one.
no. That's just self-deprecating humor. Okay, I can cook. You
Wait. No.
you should see.
Pause.
Yeah, go on.
You can cook is a broad statement that I think needs a lot of qualifying. What do you mean by you can cook?
Do you like eggs?
Yeah, I love eggs.
I would actually make you the best scrambled eggs you've ever had in your life.
To be honest
As
with
in,
you,
this is not even. I'm not even joking, right? I'll make you the best scrambled eggs you've ever had.
I eat pretty much everything, bar like grapefruit, because grapefruit's disgusting.
It's where you just draw the line at grapefruit.
Yeah, I tried it once when I was like 7, and I've hated it ever since.
Do you eat watermelon?
Yeah, watermelon. Yeah,
You eat watermelon?
yeah.
It's gross.
It's just water. Like it's just like water with texture.
It's just really it's just,
Why
not,
would
it's
you-
just
like
nothing
that-
to it.
Think about it. Like I had grapefruit one time. I was in primary school. I went to my friend's house and he offered me this thing that looked like custard. I was like, oh, sick. This is
Yeah.
custard. So I took a big old spoonful, put it in my mouth.
A spoonful.
Yeah, it was like jelly. And I was like, oh, this is sick. Let me have some. And it was just like the most bitter thing I've ever tried. And I was like, bleh, bleh, bleh.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. Personally.
After that, I was like, what did I just eat?
Oh,
What was that?
grapefruit is it's really like acidic, citrusy, sour. It's just not great.
And bitter.
Bitter.
It's very bitter.
That reminds me of a good beer I had.
Yeah. Okay. What about your sort of fusion dishes? Would you have like, your classic style smash burger on a
Yeah. On a flat iron.
flat iron?
Yeah,
Oh, now you're
on the cold stone,
now you're getting
right?
fancy.
On the cold stone.
What about what food can you think of that you just wouldn't cook on a barbecue?
Stir fry.
Why wouldn't you cook that on a barbecue?
Actually, to be fair, you could cook anything. If you could just put like a dish on top of the grill, and then you can just use it to conduct heat, that would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, literally. Okay, wait, to be fair, do you think there's like you can go too far with a barbecue. Like the way you see on social media where like they have burnt ends and it's just them cooking something for like 42 hours.
No, I think if you have a genuine passion for food and for making good food, then who am I to judge you if you want to spend 36 hours slow roasting a brisket or a steak so it drips off the bone. Like, personally with these sorts of things, if you put in the legwork, you do see the results for it. So it's just whether I can be asked to do it, and they can.
To be fair, this actually leads on to one of my other points. Technology in barbecuing.
Hit me.
I think technology has kind of taken all of the skill out of being a good pitmaster.
What technology is involved in the modern barbecue?
Controlled temperature barbecues, wireless temperature controllers, basically just giving you so much leeway on how to make something that it just makes it for you.
I've not seen it. Any of those things that you just listed, I've never seen it.
So like the idea of like a temperature gun being used to like make sure your steak is being cooked.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that keeps people safe as well.
Yeah, no, but the idea is if you're cooking something for 36 hours, you have a temperature-controlled environment that cooks it for like low and slow.
Yeah.
The idea is that once you've done that, you then get the nice sort of meat as your result.
Yeah.
But really, what it is, like you can get a product that will tell you when your thing is too low, so you only need to check it when your phone buzzes. You get things that have like a wireless temperature gauge on your phone, which will tell you if the meat is too cold.
You think this is bad?
Oh, absolutely.
But if you want to create a good thing, you're not going to be able to check it 36 hours around the clock. Like, surely we should embrace technology in making a barbecue, like more. What's that word? Consistently having a good result, and also it's safer for people.
Yeah, but think about this. So you think your traditional skill, like you go to America, you go to one of their classics of like South. In the southern states, you have a classic sort of like pitmaster where they cook a whole pig on the pit.
Yeah.
And you get it, and it's like probably the most delicious thing you've ever tried.
Uh-huh.
All of that is done by skill and just someone being there pretty much all the time, checking on it, moving coals around.
Yeah, because that's their full-time job. Whereas if I want to do that,
you can do it. You just have to cook it for like 12 hours and check it for 12 hours, or cook it for 24 and sleep for some of it.
Well, you got to glaze it as well, right?
There's multiple steps you have to do to make an excellent
brisket.
Yeah, brisket. Yeah, or just like a pork leg, or just one of those extremely large cooks of meat.
Yeah,
pieces of meat that end up, taking ages to cook, but really are just really lovely.
I don't know. I personally, I like technology, so I'd never shy away from doing something that makes the individual's experience a lot easier. I don't really understand. I get what you're saying about like these things are skillful. It's a skillful activity to be able to do it without assistance. But we should remove the elitism out of the equation, the classism out of the equation. All right.
I know. I'm
cooking is something that's available for every person.
I think technology makes it too easy to sort of get into something without having to learn the skill behind it.
Why does that matter?
What it matters because it kind of takes the sort of culture out of it.
Okay, personally, you can be really selfish with these sorts of things. It's like I want to get to an end result in the quickest time possible. All right.
Well, no, it's a bit like the idea is that you want to make good food. Obviously, there's some like household items that are quite useful, but the idea that you can get like a automated smoker that will cook the meat for you, it will change the temperature to the point where it needs to be up, it needs to be lower, it will monitor the meat, and this stuff is just, at that point, what is the point of even having one?
What's the point of having a slow cooker?
No, a smoker. Like if you're buying a smoker, you're buying it for the hobby.
Yeah.
The hobby of making your own like beef jerky, your own smoked brisket, your own like basically anything that involves making a smoker. At that point, you're in it for the long run of just like, I'm doing this because it's my hobby now. Having like an automated one, it's like saying, oh, I actually want this, but I also don't want to spend the time to learn about it. I just want to have the meat that it comes with. Like, if that's the case, you may as well just go to your local barbecue restaurant.
I don't know. I feel like there is always a certain sense of achievement for eating something you still personally have cooked, and you're still learning a new skill. I think it's like just in the modern way that you don't need to go through all of this legwork of understanding the process and understanding the culture behind it. You take the shortest possible route to get to where you need to be. And the people that really do value the culture, they will take a step back and they will look into it and they will, make the necessary steps required to understand the culture. But personally for me, if I want to learn a new skill or if I want to get to an end result, I will do something which takes the path of least resistance and the easiest method to get there.
If you think about it, the path of least resistance is also the most expensive one.
Fine.
You would take an automatic smoker over one which you can just make yourself and just have the satisfaction of knowing everything and cooking it from scratch.
Yeah, because I've got to hold down a day job, all right?
This is a weekend activity. You wouldn't do this in your day-to-day.
You could. Well, if I had an automatic one, I could just have it constantly roasting, all right?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Amen.
I would not do it. Should we say last point and then we'll call it a day? Because we've got 15 minutes left of this entire studio.
No, I ain't fucking leaving. I ain't fucking leaving.
What's your ending point of this podcast?
I've got another question for you.
Go on, hit me.
You're kebabbing halal. Wait, hang on. You're kebabbing a laugh, right? Should meat be served in cubes or shriveled as God intended?
So explain what shriveled means.
Just lazily sliced. Whereas you go to a kebab shop, they have like cubes of meat.
So you're talking about like a shish kebab.
Yes, mate.
A shish kebab. Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm very much a fan of shish kebab.
Actually, that's not real food as well.
What do you mean it's not real food?
That stuff. I mean, I'm not saying it's like AI or made up. I'm saying it's just gristle and tendon. It's not healthy at all.
Wait, sorry. Where did you get this idea that a kebab is just gristle and tendon?
The shish. Those large rotating blocks of
That's
meat.
not a shish kebab. That's a doner kebab.
What the hell's a shish kebab then?
A shish kebab is literally the cubes of meat that gets
That's
cooked.
what a shish kebab is. Shout out to the shish kebab.
Okay, so the shish kebab is just what you get is like the cubes of meat and whatever else. You get the kofta, which is just
Kofta.
whatever it is. It's just the mincemeat that gets pushed on the sticks.
Yeah.
And then after that, the doner kebab, depending on which ones you get, the newer ones are just like a conglomerate, massive.
No, this is what I'm talking about, where it's just a mass of food.
There's one in Finchley that is not like that, and it's easily the best kebab you're ever gonna have because it's just like little strips of meat. They actually stack it with proper sort of flanks of lamb.
Flanks of lamb. It's like the shoulder.
No, it's just I meant like just like sheets.
Oh, okay, sheets.
But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's how they used to do it.
Well, is it more expensive then to get a kebab from there because they're actually investing into proper meat?
I wouldn't say so. I would say it's about the same price because there wouldn't make much sense to have a more expensive kebab if everyone sees it the same thing.
Okay, you know what? We've got a couple of places now. I want to go to your salad place as well.
Yeah.
Your rhubarb salad. Where is it? Hang on.
Rhubarb
the feta,
salad.
feta
beetroot.
And you had the seaweed rolls as well.
The vine rolls.
Vinally. I don't think we've come to any sort of resounding conclusions here, Alex.
That's fine. We'll have to have a secondary episode of coming in.
You want to do a follow-up on the barbecue?
No, I think we've exhausted every topic of barbecuing.
I got one more question for you.
Hit me.
Could Led Zeppelin play at my barbecue? And I'm going to leave you with that comment, right? Do you think Led Zeppelin could play at my barbecue?
I'll answer that in the next podcast.
Okay. To be fair, I think we've covered all the things I wanted to talk about.
Should we close this off then?
Yeah. To be fair, you know that question about potato salad? I just wrote down potatoes, ? Question mark, brackets, potato salad.
Okay, I mean, to be fair, mine was just like best type of barbecues, and then tech and barbecues and smoking meat. But
Alex, you're smoking meat. Amen.
oh, thank you.
Amen.
All
Thank
right,
you.
so-
Thank you guys for joining us for episode 2 of Podcasts in Unlikely Places.
Yeah, we've been in a pirate studio.
And I've been in a pirate.
Thank you. Bye bye.